You've been told to use the ring of steel when tackling, but what if I told you that might not be enough? I've had enough of watching players slipping off tackles because of one simple but crucial mistake. It's your grip. Today I'm going to show you one simple tweak that all the top tacklers in the game are using. It's called the clamp of steel. Let's go. Most players hit well enough, but they don't fully lock in or they let go too early. My guess is you have been taught to hit and wrap, but everyone's told you how to hit, but no one's told you exactly how to wrap effectively. And that is where the clamp of steel comes in. It's simple, it's effective, and it works on every sort of tackle. So in this video, I'm going to break this tackle down into 3 tips to help you understand, but also help you put it into practice. And then I've got 3 drills at the end for you. So make sure you stick around for that, because it's going to help you transform your hits. Let's go. So the first thing we need to focus on is the hit. We need to be moving forward just before we make a tackle. I see a lot of this. As we're coming off the line, we are slowing down, we get into this position. And then as we go to make a tackle, then we just wrap up and we have no forward momentum. So it doesn't matter what tackle you're doing, whether you're looking to make a big hit or you're looking to accept the tackle, we still need to move forward. What I mean by that is we're coming forward. As we come forward, we need to be stepping and moving forward into contact, okay? Also dropping our height. And one more thing on top of that is the last moment needs to be our fastest moment. Coming off the line, we're dropping our height, making sure we're stepping forward, and our last moment then is our quickest moment, so then we can gather momentum to go into the tackle, and then we can apply the next 2 points. So leading on nicely after our hit. So one thing, we need to make sure our hands are up here ready. I see a lot of players having their hands down, they're swinging their arms around. Main reasons why we want our hands up here. Firstly, injury prevention. If we are swinging, this player might sidestep and we might catch a loose arm and might be upsetting for our shoulder or bicep. And also, if we keep it nice and tight, we can keep our fingers, hands and arms active. So as we're making our hit, we're getting that forward momentum, and then at the same time of impact, boom, we want to be stretching our arms through, making sure our cheek is pushed through as well. So I see a lot of this to protect our head, but it's actually making it unsafe for us. We want to be locking our eyes in, pushing our head through. So remember, it's cheek to cheek. Actively put your cheek on their hamstring or bum on that soft part, so beyond the tackle. At the same time, our fingers, hands and palms are active. They're wrapping around. So if this was a human, I'd try and grab one leg with my left, one leg with my right, and then it'll lead us nicely on to point number 3. So again, as we're making our hit, at the same time, wrap those arms, punch those arms through, get all the way around the player's body. Don't lock in like this. Keep them active, keep them, those fingers, palms and arms gripping onto something, getting ready to pull tight next. And point number 3 is the squeeze. So something that we've been missing out on. So the ring of steel is this, okay? We've been taught to wrap up like this and just try and tie the person up, okay? But the clamp of steel is we're getting through. We are squeezing our cheek to their cheek. So everything is tight here. Then with our arms wrapped around the body, I want you to actively use your fingers, your palms, hold on to something, squeeze tight. And then when you're in this position, you are going to pull your elbows closer to your body and pull in this player really close to your body. So the closer this player is to our center of our body, the easier it is to manage them and virtually put them wherever we want them, all right? But remember, this is all at the same time. We want to be hitting through the pad this way, and at the same time it's hitting through that way. We want to be driving our legs, keeping our momentum, and at the same time we're wrapping our arms around. We're being active with our hands, grabbing onto something, grabbing onto the back of a leg, and then at the same time as we hit, boom, we are pulling. We are pulling tight, pulling that attacker closer to us. Again, we can transfer all that power that we're driving through the floor, then through the attacker, okay? So those are the 3 key points: the hit, the grip, the squeeze, and that is your clamp of steel. So just before we move on to the 3 drills, 3 great drills to add to your warm-ups, okay? So you add these to your warm-ups just to reinforce the 3 key points that I've made at the beginning. But one thing is, like I said, you need to hit through and squeeze and grip all at the same time, okay? But that takes time, that takes practice, that takes a lot of coordination. So don't beat yourself up right at the beginning if you don't get it right, okay? It takes practice, practice, practice. So as you're making your hit here, you're wrapping and squeezing all at the same time. It'll take practice, so be patient, keep repping out and keep practicing your skills. Drill number 1, you're going to need a pad, and we're going to start off in the lunge position. The aim of this is to start with a static position. So you're going to be in a lunge, one step away from the bag. And the aim of this is to accelerate forward. Remember, the last movement's got to be fast. And I want you to project yourself through the bag. So start in the static position, move forward with intent whilst hitting, wrapping, clamping, and squeezing on that bag. Drill 2 is technique based, focusing on coordination. So your aim of this is to set yourself in a tackle position. You're then going to reach forward, and then when you're ready, you're going to grip the bag, squeeze it, and at the same time, you're going to extend your hips and drive yourself through the bag. So we're just working on your timing. Drill 3, we're going to add 2 tennis balls to your hand. You're going to shift to the left or to the right. You're going to come off the line, close the space down. Remember, the last movement's going to be your quickest movement. You're going to wrap your arms around the attacker, and then you're going to squeeze. Remember, you've got 2 tennis balls in your hands. You're not going to use your fingers. So you're going to use your hands, your forearms, and your biceps to pull the attacker closer to your body whilst chasing through the hit. So that is the grip that is separating the decent tacklers from the dominant ones. So add those 3 drills to your warm-ups every week and start developing that clamp of steel. So if you want more tackle tips, I've got loads of videos on my YouTube, so you should see one of them popping up here or here, whichever, and make sure you watch them. That's going to help transform your game. If you're a young rugby player and you want to improve your game, work with me every week, there should be a link up here right now that you can click, that you can work with me every week in my online rugby academy. And make sure, if it's your first time here, you hit that subscribe button so you can get some tips, drills, and insights to make you a better rugby player. See you next time.